What up, reader fam? Today I have an itty bitty book haul to share with you. I mean, it's not really that small, but it's small compared to book hauls that I've done in the past, that's for sure. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 books that I've picked up recently, and the great thing about this is that I've actually already read 3.5 of the books. I'll explain the half book here in a little bit. And this video is sponsored in part by Penguin Random House. The first book I have to show you is actually the Booksplosion book of the month for the month of May, and that was Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. Now, we've already had our live show for this book, so if you want to hear all our spoilery thoughts, then I will leave a link down below to our recorded live show. Along with that, I will also leave a link down below to my review for this book, because I did a full video book review with no spoilers, so I will leave that link down below. Go click on all the links, y'all! So this story is about a girl who buys one of her best friends a lottery ticket for his 18th birthday. And surprise, surprise, he makes bank. He ends up winning the lottery and he wins $140 million. Must be nice. Can I have some of that, brother? Pretty please? I mean, could you imagine the amount of books you could get with that money? Like, I'd do an ultimate never-ending book haul. So anyways, this kid, he wins all this money, and the money really starts to get to his head. He starts to lose himself in the riches and the fame that comes along with winning the lottery. I would say if you're looking for a nice summer read that this could possibly be the one for you. It's pretty lighthearted. There are a few messages that come with this book that are really deep and that I really appreciated, but for the most part, it's a light read. Highly recommend for the summertime. Then I could not get my hands on this deluxe edition of We Were Liars. And I know it's ridiculous because I already have a copy of the normal edition, the first edition. Look at that, the normal edition. But then the special edition came out and I just couldn't not have it. I could not have it. It's deluxe edition. This one's normal, this one's special. How could I say no? Clearly I couldn't because I have the deluxe edition in my hand and it's now in my possession and I own it. It's mine. Mine. But it's beautiful and it's special and it's loaded with extra content in the back with different notes from the author, so that's handy dandy. So if you haven't read this story yet, let me kind of break it down for you a little bit. You're kind of supposed to go into this book without knowing anything about it, but I can kind of give you a general idea as to what it's about. This is one of those stories where everything isn't as it seems. It's about friendship and family. We follow this family who is super hecka wealthy. They go to this private island every summer for vacation. Must be nice. So even though they're super hecka wealthy, that does not mean that they have their lives together. This is a family that has quite a bit of issues. They're just a really complicated family. And throughout this book, you can tell that there's kind of this layer that's covering up something. So throughout the book, you're just kind of digging and digging and digging and trying to uncover what this layer is hiding. It's super mysterious and one of my favorite books, and now I have this here special deluxe edition and I couldn't be more excited about it. Next up, I picked up Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. And I've actually already read this. This is a novella bind-up with a focus on the character Simon from the Mortal Instruments series, which even though this is a novella bind-up, to me it felt like its own story arc. So if you're going into this kind of hesitant that it is a novella bind-up, don't worry about it. It does read like it's its own story. Every novella has a purpose. Sometimes I read novellas and I'm just like, what did this add to the story? But this, as Pullman Menace Books would say, is a must-read for the Shadowhunter Chronicles. She highly recommends you read this before you read Lady Midnight, so just make note of that if you're reading the Shadowhunter Chronicles. The main reason that I wanted to pick this up, though I did want to just have a physical copy of this book because I originally read it all digitally, I wanted to pick it up because there are comics throughout the physical copy done by Cassandra Jean, and I love her art style, and I also just wanted to check out the comics because I think it's like added content, so that's always nice. Always love me some added content, and I love Cassandra Jean's art style, and I love comics, so I just had to have this. Then, of course, I picked up Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, the second book in the Dark Artifices trilogy. This just came out pretty recently, and I had to have it, and I'm nearly finished with it. I have 200 pages left, so this is the half book that I'm talking about, even though I'm more than half done with it. And the reason this upsets me is because I am heading to BEA and BookCon tomorrow morning. I'm hopping on a flight and heading that direction, so I'm not going to be able to finish this before all the BEA and BookCon madness. I mean, I could technically take this book with me and read it as I travel, and I was thinking about that, and there is honestly no way that I would finish this book on my travels because I just get so distracted, and airports can tend to be pretty chaotic, so I'm just not gonna chance it. And I'm also taking really extensive notes on this book as I read it so that I can do an extensive review. So I'm gonna have to take a break from this while I'm at BEA and BookCon, and when I get back home, I will finish this sucker, but it's gonna be on hold for now. It's so sad because I literally just have that much left. There's no way I can finish it. I'm so sad. I ended up getting the Target special edition of this book, which literally just has a map of Alicante in the back of it. There's a nice map of Alicante. The other special special edition that I was considering getting was the Barnes & Noble one, which comes with a short story, but I'm pretty sure that that short story will end up online someday, because usually she ends up posting her short stories online, so I ended up getting the one with the Alicante map in the back of it. Also, I don't know if this is in every edition, but it has the runes on the inside, so that's super cool. Runes for days! And then finally, the last book that I picked up was The Crown's Fate by Evelyn Skye. This is actually the sequel to the Crowns game, and I believe this is the finale to this duology. I wasn't originally going to pick up The Crown's Fate just yet because I haven't read the Crowns game yet. I've read like the first chapter. I read it at a really busy time in my life, so I just wasn't able to get through it. So I was gonna hold off and buy The Crown's Fate after I finished the Crowns game, but then I was reminded of the pre-order campaign that ran for the Crowns game. So if you sent in your receipt for the Crowns game, you ended up in the acknowledgements of the Crown's Fate. So I remembered that, so I just was like, I have to pick up the Crown's Fate if my name's in the back of it. So that I did. I picked up the Crown's Fate. So I did end up in the acknowledgements of this book, which is pretty cool. It did take me like forever to find my name because there's like a million names in the back of this, but I highlighted it. If you don't know anything about this duology, we follow these two enchanters living in Russia who must face off in this epic battle in order for one of them to become the Imperial Enchanter of Russia. I really need to get around to reading it, so hopefully that will happen soon. We'll see though. So those are just a few of the books that I picked up in April. You guys should let me know down below in the comments what books you picked up in the month of April, but also let me know down below in the comments if you have read any of the books that I mentioned in today's video and what you thought of them. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to be notified as to when I post new videos, be sure and go and hit subscribe or go and hit the bell icon and you'll be notified as to when I post new videos. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew.